waiting for some down powered lines to get moved out of the way. I could try to go around, but with my sense of direction, probably not a good idea. So I'm just gonna hang tight for a couple minutes. Onward to Grayling. We are headed out of Gladwin. It was a rough start to the morning. Had some difficulties with the tire, but thanks to a good Samaritan, nice guy in a truck, he had an air compressor and was able to help me out with my stupid tire. And so we are back on the road, back in business. All right, here we go. Oh, got a nice long descent here. Ooh, it's nice. I talked to a guy in Gladwin at the coffee shop, and he said he had family in Grayling, which is where I'm headed next. And he said that they told him the colors were really starting to pop up there. So maybe we'll get some really good views of all the different colors of trees. That'd be nice. Oh, I hope it's less green than here. This is pretty, but I'd love to see some more color. So I don't see on this road, oh, there's maybe a couple of hoof prints, but not like before. But yesterday, oh, passing horse and buggies, and there's hoof prints and buggy wheel tracks all over the road. Oh, it just got me so emotional. It was like stepping back in time. It was like riding through the novel Anne of Green Gables or Little House on the Prairie. Like actually being there. Oh, and then I didn't want to leave, and I still don't want to leave. And now my brain is busy concocting a way to live here. Like, I could win the lottery. That's all I gotta do. Just gotta win the lottery. And then I'll buy a really small house for me and my fam. And we'll ditch the cars. Get some horses, some buggies, and I'll have my bike, of course. And we could just live out the rest of our days out here. This can be my training ground forever. Just riding around, looking at all the different barns and big farmhouses. Ah, that would be amazing. I think I would love that so much. Yeah. And then I also talked to a couple at the campground, and they were saying one of the gals had a medical issue, and they ended up having to go all the way to Grand Rapids for her to get treated. She needed like a heart transplant. I don't know, had some other complications after that. So like the heart was fine, but she got sick from some mold in her house, and it's just a whole story. But they were talking about the house that Butterworth has downtown, where they allow family members to stay if someone they love is in the hospital long term and they live far away, then they can stay at this house. And I was like, yep, I'm very familiar with that because I live in the Grand Rapids area. And I didn't mention anything about my mom's accident, but I don't even like calling it an accident, but whatever. When she got hit by a car, I can remember sitting across the street from that house in the cafeteria for many, many, many days in a row, looking out that window at that house. And I don't know, it's a really beautiful house, so I ended up looking into it and seeing what that was all about. And so I was familiar with what they were talking about. I don't know, just made me start thinking about all that stuff. Ugh, how much time we spend at the hospital, and yeah. But that house is so cool. I did not know that they also give people who stay there free passes to Meyer Garden, the zoo, John Ball Zoo, and the Children's Museum. And I thought, how cool is that? That's so nice. You know, everybody needs a break when you're in that kind of stressful situation. But man, that's awesome. So, cool little story. Alright, gotta save some battery for later. Darn, I can't quite. I'm not taking the stupid camera off. That is a beautiful, beautiful church. Looks like obviously it's abandoned. The windows are all broken in that one. Not the stone one though. Anyways, wow. That's pretty. Okay, here's the plan. This church looks abandoned, and I think that it would make a really beautiful house. So, if it ever goes up for sale, I think I'm gonna buy it, and then I can live out here forever in a little church. It'd be perfect. We're flying. Whee! Who doesn't enjoy a good downhill? Ooh, that was beautiful. I didn't do much research. I only planned out campgrounds for where I wanted to go. But there's lots of them along the way. Do you hear that? It's like complete silence except for the birds and other creatures in the woods. Can't hardly hear any traffic. Ugh, that's so cool. See if I can tell you a little story about this morning. This morning's shenanigans. So I got up, got everything packed, and I'm like, the tires seem a little bit soft, maybe they need a little top off of air. So pulled out my little electric digital gauge reader, and it's not made for compressive valves, it's made for Schroeder valves, but it comes with an attachment. So I put the attachment on and I checked the pressure and it's about 30. And I'm like, that's perfect. I can live with that. That's fine. So I go to take the attachment off and it pulls out the Presto valve. It untwisted it and pulled it out. So all the air in the tire comes rushing out. And now I have a flat tire. Okay, I'll just blow it back up. It's fine. I got a CO2 cartridge. It's all good. I go to get it. Well, what I have is the Lazine puncture repair kit for tubeless tires. I did not realize that you cannot inflate the tire through the valve. With this kit, you can only inflate the tire through a puncture. Like, you have got to be kidding me. So, I found some people that are awake at the campground, but one gal's pump, it was an electric one, and it didn't have enough charge. We got it to start working and then it just stopped. And I was only left with like a teeny tiny bit of air in the tire. Went up to the camp office. she's like, well, I got an air compressor. We could try that. Okay. So we go back, try the air compressor. Couldn't get it to work. I don't know what the deal is, but whatever, didn't work. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna walk to the gas station. And I'm thinking the same stupid tool that gave me a flat, that little adapter, maybe I can use that at the gas station to get the air in the tire. And then, I don't know, I'll have to try to take it off real fast, because it seemed like when I removed it, I did tighten the valve, so that was no longer coming out when I removed that little adapter piece. But it still seemed like it was leaking air as soon as I took it off, so I wasn't sure how that was going to work. Well, before I got to the gas station, I got to car wash, and I thought, well, maybe they have air there that I can use. And so I'm walking through that area, through the car wash, looking for air pumps, and guy pulls up in his truck with a little trailer that he's pulling, and he says, hey, what you got a flat? Yeah. And he had an air compressor in the back with all his other tools. So we went over to Hungry Howard's Pizza to find a plug so he could plug it in, and it worked. I got the adapter to work with the air compressor, blew up the tire, was able to remove the adapter piece and close it all up, and hopefully it will not go flat again, because now I need to make it to a bike shop and pick up, I don't know, something to be able to blow it up through the Presta valve instead of a puncture, and then I should be good to go. Ooh, what a crazy morning. But I did stop off at a coffee shop and treated myself to a cinnamon twist and a pumpkin chai latte, and I am feeling caffeinated and high on sugar and ready to go. Let's hope today turns into blue skies and sunshine. Whew. And I have a full battery charge on the camera. Woohoo! Alright. Gonna wait for something pretty to show you down the road. Just noticed my first D on the road. D for Dalmac. They're still painted on the road. They're a little faded, but you can see them. It's kind of fun. Just outside of Houghton Lake. Still kind of going around it, I think. Yeah, I can still see the lake. Anyway, good times. The leaves on these little bushes along the road, it probably doesn't even show up on the camera, but they almost look like little jewels all over the side of the road, like different colored jewels just sparkling away. Ah, so pretty. I'm pretty sure this is the section that they had in the video where people were like, it's sandy, and they had an option to avoid the sand, but a bunch of riders decided to risk it and they all said the same thing. Totally worth it. It's worth all the sand. And I agreed. It's very pretty back here. Wow, look at that. It's not terribly slow going. Parts of it are, but parts of it you're moving along. Guess it depends on what you consider to be fast. I think I'm probably doing about maybe 9 miles an hour average through here. That'd be my guess. Maybe 10, but I don't know. But I'm on a loaded bike too, so whatever. Wow, look at that. Holy moly. Wow. Yep, totally worth the sand. What's that say? Okay. Must be like a lumberjack thing. The concern over the depletion of Michigan's forests led in 1899 to the creation of a forestry commission. In 1903, the first state forest was set up by the legislature on cut over, burned over lands in Roscommon and Crawford counties. The same year also saw the start of organized forest fire protection and the establishment of Higgins Lake Nursery at its present site. Thus began the program of reforestation in Michigan. That's pretty cool. I wonder if they stayed with their families or if it was just the men. I think, judging by the pictures on the signs that I just passed, I think it was just like the workers. Pretty cool. Alright, that's all you get, because my battery's gonna die, I just know it. A little treat here. How cool is this? We get to do a little bike trail here. Oh, these are my favorite places to be. Every time I see these forests that they planted, I don't know, I just think it's so cool that they're so perfectly straight in a line. Now I don't have time to read everything, but that's alright because I'm gonna have to come back and do this again, for sure. Maybe I'll do it with Domac. Thinning of the forest. Oh, snap. Oh, those trees. Please don't come down on me. Alright. Stopped off for a little bite to eat. And yeah, heading to the campground. This looks like a pretty good climb here. Whew. Lots of gray clouds over on the other side, hoping they just break apart. I don't need any more rain, thank you. Alright, here we go. Higgins Lake. Because I had to go. Higgins Lake. It's cute. And it has me thinking, you can definitely tell when you've left the Amish territory. It's wild. The whole other side of the road will be completely open, no cars coming. People won't move over. It's the strangest thing. Like, what the heck, man? Just move over. There's nobody coming the other way. Anyway, little rant. On this bike path into Grayling. This is very nice. Woo! That was fun. Pretty cool. Didn't expect it there. Well, almost got taken out by a truck. I saw him coming, so I went fast. I mean, I knew this could be a close call. Kid in a truck, turning right. I was crossing the road, so he was turning right into my path. But he was looking down the road the other way. Never bothered to check to see if there was anything he should avoid, where he was going. But I don't know. Maybe we need a little better driver's training. I feel like maybe they don't address public safety. You know, it's more about the roads on the the rules on the road for cars, but they don't really talk about like watching out for people and checking crosswalks and checking bike paths that go along busy roads. There's one bike path in my neighborhood that goes along a busy road, and it's happened several times, just what almost happened to me. So, yeah, I don't know. More education, maybe. Something. Anyways, still on the bike path. Headed towards the campground. I have to zoom in. But there's our first sign. This way to the Mackinac Bridge. We're getting close. Woohoo! Really close. Hartwick Pines. Here we go. That's a little scary. Guy didn't even look down the path. Okay. Alright. Time to stop for a picture. Hold on. Long driveway back to the campground. Ooh, it's pretty. Wow. Well, here's hoping this is a nice quiet park, because I'm exhausted and I want to go to sleep. Jesus. Alright, that was nice of him to wait. Alright, not my kind of park, but looks like it's gonna be nice and quiet. Okay.